akkor mondom, hogy itt vagyok. Na, csak elkéstem. Na, szóval, 4. fejezetnél tartunk. Valahogy úgy volt vége, hogy a nagy sötétség, feketeség belenyomott minket a tóba. Illetve, hogy fölemelt minket, és ugye mi megfogtuk a fákját, ezért a fény miatt elengedett, és így beleestünk a tóba, és úgy volt vége pont a 3. epizódnak, hogy valaki kihúz minket, de nem látjuk, hogy ki. Nem tudom ki. Most vajon... az jó az a kép. Tetszik ez a házas kép. Vajon megint bemutatja azt a előző rész tartalmából című valamit? Steam Cloudról töltjük be. Igen. Ez most nem tudom, hogy most a... Ez halk. Így. Akkor nekem halk. Nem kapcsoltam lámpát. Felkészült streamer. Na igen, itt dobott be. Az igazság. Tényleg ez hány epizódos? Nyomok egy stoppert.
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness. No, you're lying. You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
It's okay, Alan. Just let it go.
Mindjárt vége. Szeva Peti. A 4 fejezetes? Az most lehet, hogy én vagyok hangos. Én nem tudom. Részegnek éreztem magam, jól kezdődik. Van egy írógép.
There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
5 fejezetes? Oh, hi. Jaj.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the
Nekem még mindig halk.
being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten.
Opa.
Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Azt hiszi, hülyék vagyunk. És lehet igaza van.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
This way. Ó, de jó az a szék. Jaj, ez lift. Jövök. Oké.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations,
De ő ezt mondja, honnan tudja?
paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, An obsession about light and darkness.
Jó,
A
az a kép.
feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped.
Minden ajtó zárva
Supernatural
van.
forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed.
Hát
Your
szerintem még
delusions are
mindig
just
tök
a
jó
manifestation of your subconscious
ez a
mind
játék.
trying to protect you from the two.
Nem tudom, hogy a remaster ez mennyivel
Lest
másabb,
we
de
fight
szerintem még
the
mindig jó.
fantasy, it will return. I
Jó,
know
mondjuk
the
látszik, hogy
instinct is to resist me, but think about
kockás a
it. Doesn't
izé.
this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a
Lehet.
skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be
Az egy
explained
napóra?
logically.
Te állat. Én is akarok egy ilyen napórát. Nem lehet felugrani rá? Elolvas. Megelégedett árnyék mögött egy csoda világít. Egy drága barát és költő emlékére. 9 óra van? Ment reggel? Vagy... Ez hogy van? Nem, az 9, 10, 11 óra van. Pont fordítva. Feje lefelé. Na, mit akar mutatni? Úgyse hiszem el. Na szóval.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a
Közeleg
mention
a
of that in the weather
vihar.
forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Na most meg már erre megyünk.
Alan, what I'm telling you is good news.
Azt hittem, hogy
Right
papír.
now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him
After
talk.
all, I'm
Hartman
the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
Szeret
echoed
beszélni,
madly
az
inside
ez
my
igaz.
head.
But I
I
can't
dug
do
my
it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Hogy lehet megszökni?
Let's go inside.
Ez ki ez?
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Átkozottul csodálatos. Egyszerűen fantasztikus. De ha szeret vadászni, akkor biztos van puskája.
Emerson,
Szia, delfin! Téged is látni. Bizony, jelenlék van.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah,
Sőt,
you'd
egyre
like me to go away so you
zavarosabb.
won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay, sorry. Boo.
Bú.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Némi előrelépést?
video.
Hát nem látszik rajta.
It's trash, of course, but it does involve
Get
some
'em to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Csodálatos. Ő meg videójáték zenéken dolgozik?
Now,
Megyek.
you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you
Ez
feel
valaminek a zenéje volt, nem? Nem akarok hülyeséget mondani, nem. De olyan, mintha valaminek a zenéje volt, lett volna. Ez jó játék.
There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm. I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a, how should I put this?
Odin és Thor.
A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is.
Ez az, menjünk írni, be kell fejezni a sztorit.
Don't you think?
De azt a kalapácsot hozzuk már el. Az
I'd
marha
like
jó.
to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to
Jobbra kell
find the
tartani,
message.
ez lehet, hogy
Here,
fontos.
Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head
Hoppá. Megyünk.
was clearing up. Or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom,
Szeva, Laci. Szeva. Na, hol vagyunk? Tom az én írása és támogatása.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
Micsoda? Elég. Ez egyre zavarosabb.
Sorry,
We
guys.
have a stash of the
Tér vissza a
special stuff at
szobádba.
the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like
A pont nem logok bele.
on the brain.
Ez... Legyen türelmes. Jó.
Baba Yaga got to him too.
Valahonnan erről jöttünk. Így. Nincs itt már az... De itt van.
Dream and you can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because
Most nem énekel.
dreams are only imagination.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Fönt volt,
Doc's
azt
got me
hiszem.
looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Something's wrong. I'm not
Okay.
myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Az öreg nő. Ez meg egy maci. QR kód. Lelesem. Menj előbb. Na ez micsoda? Hol vagy? Szkenner. lmvég.com/tag3. Na, ezt megnézem. Mi az a tag 3? Elfogadjuk a kukikat. Azt mondja, hogy a sötét hely. Azt...
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Azt mondja, hogy sötét helyen találod magad, menj tovább a fénybe. Vagy valami ilyesmi. Ez ilyen... Nem tudom ez, hogy ez most vissza a fő oldalra. Érdekes. Ez lehet, hogy ilyeneket kéne vadászni. Menjünk a fénybe. Kávé. Futi a kávéért. Tudj.
Hey, Wake.
Hey.
Why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room.
Ez ki mondta? Ez egy Xbox. Meg Night Spring játék. Hogy lemodelleztek egy Xboxot? Egy 360-asat. És ez nem. Ez itt... Ezt lefogadom, hogy a játékkészítők egyik izéje, ilyen skicje, amit ide beleraktak. Vake. Ez az én szobám. A vake.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes.
Kinyomom.
My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Banzáj van.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Hoppá. Nézz utána a lármának. Egy lap. Barry a szálláson.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Megszökött. A tévébe semmi.
Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
Termosz.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office.
Nem
He'd
lehet.
taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Jó, menjünk Hartman irodájába. Az erre van? Ez az?
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
Nem lehet becsukni az ajtót.
More out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time.
Bulikon állandóan mérges vagyok.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there.
Remélem nem az lesz a játék vége, hogy tényleg belebolondultunk abba, hogy nem tudunk írni.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake, what would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems. Always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him. And we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just
Mentsd meg Barryt, a következő küldi, vagy a feladat.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Mentsük meg Barryt. Itt egy lap. Mott elbukása. Ki ez a Mott?
Maud could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own.
Ismerős a neve, valamelyik karakter, gondolom.
The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Ez jó messze volt ez az oldal a többitől, úgyhogy eléggé zavaros. Valahol erre van. Barry?
Barry? Ow! About time! Barry! Man,
Elbújkált a izé mögé?
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah.
Kávé.
No! The cops
Oda
found me at
engedsz.
Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's
Hoppá. Pisztoly. Végre.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
És több.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Mi a rák? Szevasz, Doki. Doki, amint ugye röhögne. Basszus. Csak pisztolyom van? Hát már figyeli Wake zuhanását.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water.
Ez volt az, amikor kihúzott minket, ugye most a fejezet előtt.
Something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Vagy gondolom, mert legalábbis olyan volt. Menekülj! Hú, basszus. Nyissad már! Ja? Nem arra megyünk. Basszus.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Nem. Lámpára? Lényre? Jó. Lehet fönt? Ott van. Egy, kettő, három, négy. Felfigyel. Tévében nincs adás. De megijedtem ettől a bagolytól. Menj innen. Au. Oké. Papír. Gyorsan elolvassuk. Hartman küldetése.
He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Ez itt van, itt van. Ez nincs nyitva? Ez nincs nyitva? Bonyék. Na most? Ez az. Gyere, golyó! Oké. Hopp. Én is nyitva. Franc. Okay. Ouch. Ouch. Mindegy. Legalább kijutottunk.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Nona.
Oh God! Look at the house, Al. Look out!
Opa. Ouch. Ez elég. Elem, lőszer nincs. Merre kell menni? Nem erre? Jaj, ne, csak nem egy izé. Ó, banyek. Ó, basszus. Ó, basszus. Oké. Oda megijedtem. Az anyjáját, hogy ez itt volt közel. Velem. Ne bízz e-mailben. Ne bízz az e-mailben. Csaló e-mail. Papír. Még látja az Elder Gods színpadát.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Basszus. Nem? Lőszer mindig kell. Ó, banyek. Honnan? Hol az zsákutca? Anyád. Basszus. Ez az. Szerintem erre. Kapu. Basszus. Ez degenyó rész volt, de jó. Jó volt. Jó volt, csak legyen vége. Basszus, nincs még vége. Ó, az a doki? Ja, nem, vagy ez a szekus, nem? Haladj tovább a kerten át. Basszus. Ajajajaj. Ez az, ez megvan. Anyjáját. Itt nem volt valami piros? Nem, de doboz van. Meg kávé. Basszus, itt volt egy jelző fegyver. tovább a kerten. Nem erre. Erre. Hol vagy, Johnny? Ez az. Töltő egy lámpa. Ki mozog? Egy lámpa. Ó, papír. Pusi. Kézirat. Motta
Mott
főnök.
knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Na. Itten madarak vannak valahol. Nem megyek középen, mert azt számolja, gondolom, arra számít, hogy középen megyek. Az anyádat. Tudtam, hogy nem kell középen menni. Jó. Fakja. Most, amikor használom az elemet, basszus. Most persze akkor nem kapok. Ja, hogy így is megy. Jó. Az lesz elem. Papír. Berit megtámadják a megszállottak.
Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
A világ felrobbant. Jól hangzik. Ez mire való? Remélem valami achievement. Emil tervez, Tom végez. Jó feladat, illetve jó szöveg. Te ott maradsz. Végre elem. Töltény. Erre kell menni, vagy erre? Franc, te honnan jössz, te késes? Franc. Ezek most megleptek. Főleg úgy, hogy még itt volt egy nyíl is. Ez nekem erre mutat. Az meg arra. Ez erre. Lada. Ezt megtartjuk vészesetre. Erre jöttem? Nem is erre jöttem. Hanem itt jöttem, igen. Ezek a madarak, a varjak zavarnak. Kávé. Fakja. Ajjaj, itt túl sok minden van. Papír. Hát már lenyugtatja a véget. Itt van egy hiányzó oldal. Egyébként meg tök jó. Mennyi van még? Sok. Egy kivétel.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Akkor ezért volt be kötve az orra, vagy nem tudom. Az ott Barry, nem? Barry. Te megint a kapu mögött vagy?
Al! You're alive! Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it, don't worry about it!
Jaj, ne, ez kicsoda. Ez a doki mi? Meg egy varjú. Meg még páran.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Ó, basszus, itt is. Futás! Jaj, basszus, menjél be! Fussa, itt is egy... Jó, hogy megtaláltad. megvan. Futás! Jaj, valamerre menj! Tus! Basszus! Ó, basszus, meg fogok halni, mert a bunkó itt van. Na várja. Áj, basszus, izé van.
Hurry up, Barry! I'm on it! I'm on it!
Futás, futás! Fuss, 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 fuss! Fuss, fuss, fuss! Aj, bassz meg, hogy nem tudsz futni. És bassz meg, mindjárt meg is halok. Ó, basszus, miért ez van nálam már megint? Hús! De mit csinál? Bazd meg, rosszat nyomok. Nem már! Az istenit, hogy ezekből ennyi van. Ez a baj, hogy ez a kettő is jön itt oldalt rögtön kapásból. Bazd meg, hogy elkapsz. Nem hiszem, hogy nem lehet elszaladni mellettük. De mi értelme van akkor a kidodgyolásnak, ha nem működik? Tehát ezt nem értem most. Basszus! Á, nem jó. Jó, ő meg. Nem tudom, ez így már nem jó. Á, már nem menekülök ki onnan. Aj, a faszom. Hogy a francba lehet ezt normálisan? Az a baj, hogy nincsen fénygránátom. Ezek is itt mire följönnek. Jó. Le se tudom lőni. Ó, bazzeg, és belerohanok ebbe a gyökérbe. Menjél már, menjél már! Pont kifogy. Jó, hogy megvan. Maradj ott. Hányan vagytok? Micsoda? A kurva életben valószínűleg ezek így folyamatosan jönnek. Nem. Jó. A kurva életbe. Ez a kapu előtt fáradj el. Halló? Banyek. De legalább elhoztuk egy olyan papír figurát.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the
Csabx.
Maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come
Van
true.
valami a tóban.
The dark presence, whatever that
A
thing
sötét
is,
erő.
twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to...
Vigyázz, szikla! Fa! Szikla! Na basszus. Már megint erdő, és már megint sötét. Ó, basszus, és még rosszul is vagyunk.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine!
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch! There's no way you can climb down, though! It's like a sheer wall!
Mire kell figyelni? Mit hagytam ki?
Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
Hol vagy?
I'm good, Al! I'm great!
Ott
Guess you
megy.
never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Nem tudok szaladni. Hol vagy? Találd meg Barryt. Előbb itt szaladt. Gondolom oda.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it.
Biztosítsd a területet.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Aha. Hát kizárásos ablaton szerintem erre kell menni. Ajjaj. Nem szeretem, amikor nincs nálam semmi. Futi gyorsan át a hídat. Hoppá! Jaj, ne! Jaj, ne! Jaj, ne! Oké. Szarok a falmra! Honnan? Mész innen? Ott jön? Kávé? Nem áll. Au. Basszus. És elfárad meg. Egy megvan. Oké. Hey. Szemétség megint, hogy nincs nálam semmi. Walter az Anderson farmon.
Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Most az a baj, hogy én ezzel most nem értem el semmit, mi? Aha. Ó, basszus. Mennék ide. Úgy. Lehetnék kondisabb egy kicsit. Basszus, szikla. Kurva. Hagyjatok! Menj! Pihent ki magad. Ez mi ez?
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Szerintem így. Hogy kell bekapcsolni? Fönn lesz mi? Paparantyú. Ne, esd le. Oké.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Hát itt van. De előbb elolvassuk a könyvet. Nightingale letartóztatja Véget. Nem. Eszméletlen író.
Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Na, kafa. Hoppá. Kávé esetleg? Nem, itt nincs. Azért megnéztem.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
És nincs elem. Ne bízz senkiben a sötétben. Jó, de legalább van egy lámpa. Ezzel már tudok valamit kezdeni. Hoppá! Ez itt semmi? Semmi. Jó. Menj el a marsra. Jaj, ne. Na menj a francba. Ne. Ó, bazd, 3-as. Hú, de máznunk van. Elem. Ó, basszus. Nem erre. Nem érdekel. Futi. Ne fáradj el. A franc. Hol lehet a következő? Ott. Jó, az a elem föltöltve. Nem erre? Na. Vagy erre? Vagy erre. Aha. Autó a farmon.
The car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Fedezési vágy. Menjetek innen. Mik ezek? Még egy lámpa. Ó, az valami bitang lámpa. Strapabíró zseblámpa. Ez nem tudom mivel más, de biztos jobb. Olyan nagyobb. Nagyobbnak tűnik.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Oda kell menni. Egy pisztollyal ki lennék. Nem pocsékolom rá a izét. Az a deszka ott maradt. Nem baj. Na, de most eldőlt. Mi történik?
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
Ez mi ez a mesélő?
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Sötét erő szabadon.
Presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Fuck ja. Ó, csapdák. Szuper. Csillog, csillog, ott is csillog. Itt volt egy, itt volt, aha. Itt már nincsenek? Első kézből rögtön a generátort. Na, tehát nyomom.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Sörétes puska és lőszert hagyott itt valaki. Itt nincs semmi. Arról jöttem erre. Ajaj, ajaj. Anyádat. Ott még egy, nem? Ott van, csak beakadt. Na? Megvárom, amíg közelebb jössz. Így. Oké. A dobálót. Nem, megvárjuk. Franc. Igen, csak 2 golyós ez a puska, vagy 2 töltényes. Épp hogy. Jaj, már ez ki ez? Figyelj! Basszus, már csak 2 töltényem van. Menj. Tehát rávilágítok. Hús. Erre rövidebb. Basszus. Menjetek már. Sába, hogy ennyien vagytok. Rohadt sokan vannak. Sok hülye vadász.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Please! What are you? No! Don't! I'm sorry!
Úgyse érek oda szerintem. Nyom. Basszus, ez micsoda?
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. You're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie.
Ki ír ilyen szarokat?
The best friend's something bad guy who wrote this crap anyway.
Szekrénybe semmi. Hé, ez az ajtó eddig is nyitva volt?
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Szóval akkor nagyjából így kerülünk bele a sztoriba. Most becsukódott az ajtó. Tartsd át a faházat. Amit ezt. Ezt nem lehet kinyitni. Ennyi. Nyádat. Hello?
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Oh, de jó, hogy betöltöttem. Meg egy doboz tej. Az ott mi? Ó, fuckja. Menj el a marsra. Nem a farmra.
The front door was locked.
De nem tudok kimenni. De.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Hát itt egy. Megnézzük a toj-toj budit azért. Arra. Pinyó. Hello. Fúj. Ezek a vadászok nem normálisak. Ez nem az emlék, más. Oké. Szóval megvan a kocsi.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry is Barry.
Itt valami villog. Ó, majdnem itt hagytam egy kávét. Milyen jó, hogy figyelek. Itt most jobbra kell menni, nem? De az ott micsoda? Megnézzük. Lítium elem. Ott van. Vedd föl. Fénygránát, az mindig jó, ha van. És fönt semmi? Semmi. Na mindegy, ez is valami azért. Szóval ott fönn mi van? Amit látom, hogy egy kilátó, de... Ég a lámpa a kocsiba. Aztán megyek a farmra. Szerintem itt lesz egy papír. Egy rádió, egy puska. Vadászpuska. Azt hiszem ez jobb.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all
Megjött a
felt
vihar.
coming is finally here. The boys at the weather service reckon it'll last until morning.
Vissza vagyunk pisztolyra.
Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons.
Te ki vagy? Ó, basszus. Na? Az ott csak mászkál? Nem fog tudni ide jönni. Hát ezt beszívtad, haver. Így. Nagyon húzzunk innen. Jó volt ez a puska, de most már izgiri van. Szikla. És akkor itt most balra. Kávé. Mondjuk lehet, hogy kocsival kellett volna jönni, na mindegy. Ó, basszus. Hús! Basszus, fussál már! Még dobál is. Ó, hogy rohagy meg a dobálós mindenre. Ezeket utálom a legjobban, akik dobálnak. Ma húzunk a falmra. Jobbra. Jobbra. Azt nem nézem meg, hogy balra mi volt. Ez még itt van. Ez az. Ezt kétszer kell elütni. Itt nem férek át. Nem áll, nem lehet kocsival tovább menni. Basszus. Francba. Annyira tudtam, hogy megmozdul. Na és még te is jössz. De örülök neked. Ez használt. Annyira éreztem, hogy meg fog mozdulni ez a gép. Francba. Töltés. Vagy ellenőrző pont elérve. Aha. Nem tetszik nekem. Az a ház, az kell nekünk, vagy... Vagy ez? Az lesz az szerintem. Láda. Erre. Ott van. Fénygránát. Jó. Minden apró dolognak örülök. Az a nyáját. Jó, dobálja. Hát az a baj, most így vesztettem pár lőszert. Viszont a puskában még van 14. Meg valami ott villog is. Kávé? Aha. Ez micsoda ez a rakéta? Ezeket majd meg kell
I'd known the
gyújtani.
brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Mi? Hol?
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn!
Ez már koncert.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson. Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out!
Na.
Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? The place is stocked! Al, hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
Hogy basszus már. A dobálós mindeneteket, de tényleg. Hé. Gyerünk, töltsd be! Ó, bazd meg, honnan jöttök már? Nézd már ki!
Stay in the light.
Megyek.
No! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please.
Jó. Oké. Ne dobáljál. Hol vagy? Nem látom. Mi?
This may be the most awesome moment of our entire lives. They are trying to kill us. That's the high point of my life? Really? Oh my God! Enjoy it! God damn it!
Basszus, ez mit keres itt? Fény. Ó, bazd meg. Ez nagy. Pisztoly. Maradj ott. Töltsd be. Felrobbant. Valami.
That was awesome!
Hát ez tényleg az volt. Még itt maradt egy doboznyi valami. Itt van valahol sárga. Halljátok?
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Micsoda? Pump action sörétes puskára váltáshoz. Nem tudom, melyik a jobb. Ezt átváltom. Ó, ebbe több van. Mármint több fér. Ebben menjünk pisztolyra vissza. Szóval várjál egy kicsit, mert itt valaki susogott. Meg... Itt egy lap. Mulligan kérdései Nightingale parancsairól.
Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
Meg itt volt sárga, szerintem. Vagy nem? Vagy csak félre hallottam a sosogást? Ja, és a kávé. Basszus. Itt. De hogy megyek be oda? Vagy nem? Lehet, hogy csak hülyés. Nem biztos, hogy volt itt. Megyek már. Itt vagyok. Az ott mi? Valami zöld.
See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Az nagyon kell ez a papír, izé. Szóval ott van valami villogó ott fönt. Ide föl lehet, itt lehet fölmászni. Elmászás. Ug.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Ja, így már be tudunk oda menni. Na, jó van.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys
Aye,
before?
aye.
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Nem tetszik nekem ez a hely. Mondjuk vadászpuskán pont nincsen. De... talán ebbe is jó? Nem. Nem jó, mert ez ugyanannyi alatt. Kávé. Milyen jó, hogy mindig itt hagy valaki egy kávét. Föl. Valami nagyon fény van. Meg itt is nagyon fény van. Egy papírlap. Az Anderson testvérek a 70-es években.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
Ez egyre jobban hangzik.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Tényleg? Faltörő kós. Most légy okos. Yeah. Ajaj. Banyek. Jó. Egy. Kettő. Hol? És elbújik. A rohadt. Töltődj. Mögöttem nincs. Hú! Hol jöttem föl? Basszus, hol jöttem föl? Itt. Te hülye vagy?
I think we can make it through here, Al.
Jaj, ez megint ilyen nagy gyökér. Ez az. Ezeknek gondolom nem kéne neki menni. Hol van ez a... Hol van Barry? Jaj, ne! Basszus. Ó, dobálózós mindenedet. Volt még egy. Rohagy meg. Ez nagy. Oké. Az autó az ott nem jó. Elég lesz. Ott van Barry. Te hogy jutottál oda? Erre? Itt lehelés volt? Nem. Ez az, Barry, jó csinálod, maradj a fénybe. Felfigyel.
Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Ez micsoda? Pálinka főző?
Okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
Azt mondja, fő kéne jutni, vagy nem tudom.
The door was barred from the other side. I'd have to find another way.
Egy másik út. Itt van egy deszka. Oké. Ez eddig easy.
Be careful, Al.
Tényleg a sörétes puska hogy áll? Be van töltve. Jó. Mi ez a dübögés már megint? Azt mondja, hogy itt ne... Nem. Nem. Jaj, te lép csak, basszus. Te maradj ott. Minden nem megy. Franc. Mit bujkált ez itt? Nyugalom. Nem. Itt nincs semmi más. A mögött. Mi ez a hang? Ez mi ez? Strapabíró lámpás.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work
KBFFM.
I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now?
Az már túl erős ez a lámpa.
I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff.
Gondolom ezt be kell kapcsolni előbb.
Concerns an ongoing investigation.
Elhasznál.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two
oda megyünk.
geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Itt. Elrúg. Csak itt valami el van torlaszolva, vagy... Nem? Nem itt volt eltorlaszolva? Mindent kérek. Ott egy... Mi a rák? Na ne. Menj. Nem akarsz? Basszus. Még egy ilyen jó ember is. Hol volt? Hol volt? Ja, ott van. Hello. Oké. Mindet. És hol van? Megölték a mezőgazdasági gépet. Vérzik a busz. Hol van a... Erről jöttem, nem? Az ott jelzi, hogy... Erre? Nem? Innen jött a melák. Akkor gondolom... Aha. Ja, ott az lesz a kapu. Vagy ajtó, vagy mi ez. Aha. Egy kulcs. Siló kulcs. Mindig jó, ha van. Egy siló kulcs. Ez az. Megvan.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah,
Ki
it's me.
más?
Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man.
Most már ez nyitva van?
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this
Ja,
gate,
nyom.
Al. Looks pretty heavy.
Nyomom. Így.
Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
Valhalla.
Feel right at home then.
Na nyom.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
Az öreg zenészek tudják az igazat. Nem volt más sárga. Ezt nem lehet elvenni? Franc. Körbenézek. Kávé már van bent.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
A fúziós dobozt. Jó. Keressük. Megvizsgál. Mit? Oh.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
És az hol van? Gondolom az emeleten, nem? Vagy a padláson?
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding. Those guys sound
Az
awesome.
már gitár. Nagyon erős ez a lámpa. Nem? Ez nem? Itt van. Biztosítékcsere. Jaj.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Ez mi ez?
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
Ebben az állapotban, helyzetben inni? Hát nem tudom.
Seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to,
I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Oj, oj. Jaj, ne.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine.
Mennyi, mert ez tök jó.
I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Alice? Alice!
Ez tök jó.
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Mm-hmm.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's
Az
inside.
öreg nő.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You wrap the whole thing together and put it
Alice?
behind you. She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do.
Írj, gondolom.
You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice.
Most a izé jutott eszembe, a kedvencek temetője hirtelen.
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back.
Tudja, hogy itt vagyok. A játék tudja.
In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish. To interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape.
Oh.
The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
I wrote it. It's my fault. That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault and you're gonna pay for it.
A következő részben. Ez így izgalmas. Na jó. Ezek egyre hosszabbak, ezek a fejezetek. Jaj. Na jó van. Akkor ezzel folytatjuk legközelebb. Na, így lesz jó. És akkor találkozunk legközelebb, ami nem tudom mikor lesz. Ma csütörtök van. Hát holnap nem, meg szombaton se, talán vasárnap, de akkor szerintem kód lesz. Úgyhogy jövő hétfőig kell várni ennek a végéig. Sajnos. Na jó van. Igen, nagyon izgi a game. Már várom, hogy a következő epizódot játszhassam. De hát majd. Köszi a figyelmet, és akkor találkozunk. Hát vagy vasárnap, mert mostanában vasárnapi streamek úgy elmaradoznak. Legkésőbb hétfőn. Legyetek jók. Jó éjszakát. Még egyszer köszi a figyelmet, és sziasztok!